Hi everybody, hope that you are having a wonderful week, enjoying watching basketball last weekend. Now back in the office, back in the swing of things, and I'm going to talk to you today about how you can be a successful investor. A famous investor, Benjamin Graham, who was Warren Buffett's mentor, said, "The worst problem in investing is most likely yourself." And I'm going to help to teach you how to avoid being your own worst enemy. First is, do not make decisions under stress. The best decisions are made in the right frame of mind. There was a study actually done that showed that individuals under stress or with higher levels of testosterone were more willing to take risk and make rash decisions other than being, thinking things through and being thoughtful. So I'm going to give you 3 things to use in your daily life while thinking about making investment decisions that are going to make you a more successful investor. The first is be objective. And if you can't be objective about your own money, which most likely you can't, hire an advisor who is not emotionally attached to the situation. Somebody who can look at you from a 10,000-foot view and tell you what is best. That is, to me, the number one step to being able to be successful. Quit being subjective and be objective when looking at your own situation. It's tough for you to do. Have an advisor look at it and do that for you. Be thoughtful. Relates back to this stress. When you make a decision about whether to buy, sell, hold, how to allocate your assets, what percent stock to bonds, be extremely thoughtful about it. It's not something that should be done by sitting there and making a rash decision. It's something that should be thought. Reason should be given to why it should be a certain way, why it shouldn't be a certain way. Equal thought measured on both sides, ultimately coming to the decisions that is right for you. It's once again, it goes back to being objective. Having a third party look at that can often give you the best objective answer relative to yourself trying to make that emotional decision which causes stress. Here's something else that relates not only to investing but to everything. If you have a firm belief that now's the time to buy gold, or now's the time to sell Apple, or now's the time to pull out of the market, whatever that belief may be, do your absolute best to go and research the opposite of that opinion. Find somebody who thinks it's the perfect time to do the opposite of what I just said. If you think it's time to get out of the market, I want you to read and find an expert who tells you now's the perfect time to get in the market. Doing that will allow you to make much better, much more informed decisions going forward. I saw an example I can give is, oftentimes when people are presented facts that are opposite to their belief, they don't necessarily listen. They double down on what they already believe. An example I saw was Bill O'Reilly was being interviewed talking about the Chinese are more successful, and that's because the Americans, American students, they're always texting and so forth. And he was presented with information that showed that Chinese students actually text more than Americans. And when he was confronted with that information, his response was, well, I just don't believe that. Because in my mind, I've already set my mind as such that I am not going to believe even facts when presented to me. So just be aware of that in yourself and look at things with an open mind. And at the end of the day, at the end of your career, when you're retiring, when you're taking money out of your assets, you're going to be a much more successful investor. And that's something that we can help you with too. So call us. Enjoy the rest of your week.